Hey, since I've been staying at this rehab center, this physical therapy rehab center, medical center, I have met a lot of nice people that have taken a very big liking to me. Now, I've been having a lot of blackout spells and feeling rough myself, and I've been having things go on that, well, I'm not going to say all of it because, yeah, if I did, then, yeah. I've got to, I have to, I mean, it's important for the ones they seem to have taken care of Mama during the day. Sometimes I have to pretty much keep on point with them to make sure. And even some of those staff told me make sure they give her what she needs and stay on them because it's their job, not yours. And so I've done that. But the majority of the staff, they're really good with me. They're really good. Like they have been very, very kind, accommodating, and they've given me a lot. They were impressed by how much I knew, and they were very, very helpful. And they'll talk to me, and they talk about things with me. They just will actually sit down and have a conversation, or stand and have a conversation with me, until obviously they're called or something. But they'll talk a lot with me, and I've learned a lot from them. And one of the main people out here has been really impressed of how I take care of and talk with the patients. Like it's it's kind of it's sad to see that a lot of people, when the elderly patients will say, I need so and so or such and such, and they say, well, I'll be right with you, and they don't come back. I'll be there and say, what do you need? Do you need a blanket? And they'll be like, yes, I do. And I'll go right over there, get them a blanket, and cover them up with it. And obviously taking appropriate precautionary measures, and all that. And but yeah, I've brought them so many things, and I've helped them adjust them and all this stuff, and they just smiled at me. The employees, the staff just smiled at me, and I've done really well with all the patients as well. I was thinking too, it's too bad you have to go through so many years to do those things. I mean, one of the employees actually said that I was, well, they told me I was more qualified and I haven't even had to go through the schooling. And I was like, well, thank you so much. But it feels like I don't hope that doesn't sound like I was bragging. I hate bragging. I really do. I'm sorry. That is not what this is about. But I have grown accustomed to so many people here, grown a friendship with so many people that it's almost like I just suddenly just found so many people who are like friends and family, and there's so many great people, you know. There really is. There really is. There's a lot of nice people, and it's like they become family, you know, and really good people. So, and it's like family when you uh, they become like family when you interact with people and talk to them. So, you know, it's kind of like uh, extended family whenever you run upon people that you like and care about. That and a lot of times I can talk to people really quickly. I can just adapt to whomever and talk to different individuals, and they become like close friends and family. So, but anyway, Mama's supposed to be started on her IV antibiotic tonight. I don't know if they will, but she's supposed to be. But the thing is about it, they put the midline in a way that hurts her arm, so that kind of stinks. That really does stink. It really hurts her. But anyway, they do not monitor her blood pressure enough. And I wanted to tell about the story, there's so much I want to talk about, but the story about one of the patients here, this elderly woman. She said, well, hi, the moment I came here. She just literally, she played tricks on you. She joked around, and she actually fooled me and one of the techs. And he said, is this normal? Is it okay if she goes with me? And I was like, yeah, you'll be fine. She acted like he hurt me. It was the sweetest thing. She pretended to be crying, and I was thinking in my head, the Oscar goes to you. But what she did was she fooled us. She tricked us. And she said, I'm just kidding. I got you. I was like, you. She said, what word were you going to call me? I said, stinker. And I was going to call you a stinker. She said, okay. But that's what I was going to call her, a stinker. And the other woman there said, be glad he just called you a stinker after that. But yeah, I love her to pieces. But she's having some major issues right now. You know, I heard she suddenly had just blood only. And there was a nurse today that wasn't doing her job properly. And she just threw Mama's medicine down, just pitched it down. And then, I don't know, she takes her personal life out on the patients. And that is not what you do in this department. You don't do that in the medical department. You put on a smile and you treat patients with how you want to be treated. But I know some of the patients go ape. They go crazy, and some of them are crazy. But yeah. But, you've got good and bad everywhere. But this woman just literally threw her medicine down and threw it on the ground. I was like, what? Or threw it on the table. I was like, wow. Anyway, and that one elderly woman, she knows what's been going on. And she did not like it one bit. And I hope they treated her right. I hope they treated that woman right, because she's never had that issue. And one of the nurses tonight, I heard her talking. One of the ones I really like. They've all been really close to me, but I heard her talking about how she's having some really bad issues because she started hollering and screaming earlier. And yeah, today she said, I feel much better during the daytime, so much better. She always says, how's your mama? How's your mama? And I said, well, she's doing better now. I told her the situation. 5 minutes later, or 5 seconds later, how's your mama? And one of the main guys in here was just smiling because I said, well, because I went in there to the cafeteria. I said, patients are priority. They get their food first. He said, like, he was glad that I felt that way. And I let them get their food and asked how their day was and all this. And she was, Miss Linda is her name, but she's the sweetest. She really is. And she talked and talked, but yeah. She has been wanting me to sit down with her until bedtime, and when my mama would rest, she will sit down and we'll watch. She watched Andy Griffith, and she watched some game shows and stuff with me, and we joked and talked and joked around, and we've had lots of good memories together. And she just comes to me and she says, I know you, but I don't know where. You used to be so kind and talk to me, and maybe it's from the Lord. Maybe we know each other that way. But there was even another guy that looked up in the sky, looked up in the ceiling, and he said, I've known you for a long time. That was really weird. He didn't even see me. He just turned his head backwards and looked up and said that. I guess it's a spirit connection. And there's this other woman who has a psychic type of connection almost, and she just acts crazy, but she said, your mama is going to be fine. And she didn't even know the situation, but she told me, I see, and she turned out fine, and she makes it. She made it. I said, well, that's good to know. She said, yep. And then she also talked about how my granny and my grandmother were strong. My great-grandmother were strong people, and she shouldn't have known that, but she did. And I said, yes, they were. But a lot of people don't get her, because she randomly says things that come through to her mind. And she kind of talks a little bit crazy to other people, but she's not. She'll look at me and she'll wink, and she knows. She knows a lot of things, but she can't really talk to some people. You have to know how to talk to her. And then she calms down and she can talk and tell you what she needs and all this. But Miss Linda's not doing too well from what I hear. And her blood pressure is dangerously high. It's in stage 2 hypertension. Her sugar levels are way off the charts, near 700. And it's just, yeah, her body's going crazy. But she's the sweetest person. And I'm glad they made sure I got to spend time with her today, though, and the day before. They actually waited in the lunchroom, let them wait. Those two people I like to spend a lot of time with and talk to, and they let them wait there until I got there, and then they said, well, I guess it's time to go, after I talked to them a little while and let them say bye to me, and they carted them back to their room. I remember this afternoon and evening, she said, there he is, to me, and she said, because I was having to talk to so many of the nurses and staff today, and I live streamed with the surgeon. It was a whole ordeal. I live streamed with the surgeon, and had to find a nurse to talk to, and they were going to dismiss my mama, and then they chose not to dismiss her because of the IV now, and then they had, yeah, it was, hopefully they're not going to dismiss her now. They got to talk back to the insurance. It won't be next Tuesday now, likely because of the IV. Yeah, they want to get that infection out of her body for good. And yeah, it's a big process. But yeah, my mama, I wish they'd put the midline in a different position because it hurts. It really hurts. But I've been having those head spells again. Those like, it's weird when you move, the blackout spells. So I got good rest last night. That's not the problem. I got plenty of rest, but then I got so tired. But my blood pressure showed up normal. It was like 122 over, I think 122 over 67, and then 118 over 64. So something like that. It was normal. They always say my blood pressure and my sugar is normal, so I'm not really sure what it would be that these, blackout spells go through my head, my body. So, but I'm hanging in here trying to. I feel really weird, but I'm trying. That's for sure. But yeah, we've had a lot of good memories. Miss Linda and I have been together a lot. Had a lot of great memories. Big full supermoon again. I thought it was the last one, but now they're saying a big full supermoon's coming on the 29th. So Friday supermoon. The moon doesn't even look like the moon anymore. It looks weird. But anyway, I ordered a blood pressure checker so I can monitor and check Mama's blood pressure. So I ordered, and mine as well. And in case Daddy loses his, because you never know. But anyway, I will have an extra, I guess. But I ordered one from Walgreens. Supposed to be here from DoorDash in a few minutes. I signed up to DoorDash since I'm here at this facility. I thought, well, since we've been here since August 23rd, I thought might as well sign up to that. Mama's been away from home since August 10th. So it'll be like 2 months away from home. 2 months we haven't even been at the house. Well, we go, I do, and Daddy does, but I'm pretty much here all the time. Except for when I'm walking around. I'm outside right now. But except for when I'm walking around or getting my exercise or resting or, sleeping or taking a bath, shower, whatever, and, walking around the building and talking to people. I've met so many nice people. I mean, they have literally enjoyed talking with me. They've shared so much and talked so much that, I really do. I talk to a lot of people, and if I can't get them, then, if I can't win them over, so be it. But I try, and I usually wind up talking to so many different individuals, and thankfully they enjoy talking with me, and I'm grateful for that. But yeah, I'm gonna miss Linda if she's not doing so well. Her blood pressure was off, sugar level messed up, she didn't even have a bowel movement. From what I heard, she's having blood only, and it looks like blood cells, like I had in my irritable bowel back in high school. I had that problem all the way through 2013. 2017, and it was really bad in high school from 2009 to 2013. But yep, maybe she'll pull through. I don't know, but they sound like it's pretty rough with her. Daytime didn't do a very good job taking care of her. I'll just say that. But there's nothing I can do about that except alert them to things and try to help take care of her as I can. Bring her things and spend time with her and occupy her mind and help her. But it's like we were immediately spiritually connected. She and I were immediately connected. She said she knew me, she knew about me, she just knew these things and how I've always been. And that she said she just told me all about myself when she first met me. And she's remembered me ever since. And then she always asks, how's your mama doing? Good. I'm glad she's doing better. She seems to be much more forgetful now, but she still remembers me and mama. And that's great. But anyway, yeah. Yeah, I didn't really like how part of today went. So, but yeah. No, I've had to do several of them. I've had to do a lot of their the things that they're supposed to do. It was the same way at the hospital, though. I was constantly there, but a lot of the staff here loves me. You always get a few bad apples, just like you get good and bad everywhere. But a lot of the staff literally loves me, and I'm glad of that. I'm so thankful for that. I really am. So, yep, we work really well together. A lot of us do. Really great together. So, yep. Anyway, that's the life update.